Today's episode is brought to you by Smithburg Auto of Fairfield, Iowa, Henshaw Trailer Sales of Richland, Iowa, and the Packwood Locker. We've got Coach Eslick of the Sigourney Savages, who got a nice first-round win. Welcome to the program, Coach.
Thanks for having me, Dave. Appreciate it.
Well, let our listeners know who you played and what the final score was.
Yeah, we opened up district play last night at home against Bolton-Udell. It was a nice win for us. Got to a really good start, and I think we were up by about 37 or 38 at half. And then when you get up above that 35 mark, the clock runs continuously. So that second half went pretty quick. And at the end of the day, in the tournament, the biggest thing is you want to do two things. You want to win, and you want to get out of there healthy. And we were able to do both those last night. And we certainly feel like we're playing well right now, and did last night. And it'll definitely get a lot tougher on Thursday, having to go on the road and play against a really good Montezuma team.
Okay, yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about the game. Kind of. Did you get a look? I checked in on it, and it seemed like you had a pretty good lead. But was there a point in the game where you really felt like you were kind of in command of it?
Yeah, I mean, we got the opening tip, and John tipped it right to Ike, and he drove in and scored a lamp. I think about 2 seconds in, and then he hit Ike hit a three right away and went up 5-0. And I mean, from there it felt like we were in control. The majority of the night, as Solon Yates had a huge first half. He didn't get to play much in the second half. None of the starters did, just because the score line. And you'd really kick yourself if you had someone turn an ankle or get hurt seriously in a game that's already been decided. So he didn't play much, but he probably had 20-some points in the first quarter. Is Solon, and had a big start, and I think he finished with close to 30 for the game, and it was all the majority of it was in that first half. So it's a big night for Solon, and then really everyone chipped in. We had good balance. I thought Hunter Sellers played well off the bench for us. Got some buckets. Carson O'Rourke hit some shots. That was nice to see for him, and then got our bench guys a lot of time too, which is always nice. So yeah, it was a game where really from start to finish felt like we had control of it.
Well, the scoreboard looked like that too. Well, anything else about this game you want to talk about?
No, not really. Just anytime the tournament, you can get kind of a no stress game. That's always good. When you're in this, win or go home, scenario, and anytime you can get a win where you feel like you're in control of the game, that's always a nice feeling, a little less stress, and then hopefully kind of prepare us for hopefully a long run here. We know that basically every game from here on out, we're going to be either on the road or on a neutral court. And thought we had a really good season at home. We had just the one loss at home. We lost to Linville Sully, who's undefeated at home, and I think we finished the year 11-1 at home. So really defended our home court well this year, and it was a nice way for the seniors to go out at home with a resounding win. And I think all four of them scored in the game. Kai, John, Braden, and Solon all got in the scorebook, and that's kind of what you want as you're wrapping up your home career.
All right. Tell me a little bit about your next opponent here, the Montezuma Braves. They've been ranked at least as high as fourth, I think, during the season. They got the Bolton kid that is, he's a hit maker up there, and he's a big-time scorer and a great ball player. You played him a little bit before. Tell our listeners a little bit about the Montezuma Braves.
Yeah, a really good team, a team that is Bolton is their best player for sure. He's one of the best players in Class 1A. I mean, he has certainly been a thorn in our side for the last 4 years. And he does a lot of things that make his teammates better, but he's got a really nice supporting cast too. The Dane Strong has really come on for them this year. He's really kind of taken that second role as the guy who, if you just completely throw, all your chips at Bolton, he'll make you pay. He's had multiple 30-point games this year, and just a kid who can score in a lot of different ways as well. And then, inside they've got two young big kids who have really played well. The Holland kid and the Heemstra kid have both really done a nice job inside. They protect the rim, they rebound, they can score around the basket. And then they've got a lot of really good defender role players that understand what they're out there to do, and they're a really well coached team. Derek does a terrific job with them, and they're obviously gonna put themselves in a position to win. You got to beat them. So if it's one of those teams where you know that you're going to have to play well, and if you don't play well, you're probably not going to win, especially when you got to go there and play on the road.
All right. So Thursday night, 7 o'clock.
Yep, Thursday at 7 at Montezuma, and other side of the bracket, we got Linville Sully and Moravia. They'll play at Linville Sully at 7 o'clock on Thursday night as well, and then the winners of those two games will play next Tuesday, more than likely at Linville Sully.
Well, yeah, I would say that is a likely scenario. Boy, it just doesn't take very long. You win one game, you're playing a great team. You win another game, you're playing a double great team. I mean, it's like a staircase or a ladder, and it gets steep quick. We got a big game. What do you think you're going to have to do to be successful against Montezuma?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, we got to find a way to execute a little bit better on the offensive end. You know, we went up there and played up there during the regular season, just right after Christmas, and first half, I think we had a 5 point lead at half, and then we played a really poor second half. They really did a nice job of forcing us into stuff we didn't want to do, especially on the offensive end. And then we had a really tough time keeping Bolton out of the lane, and he continued to get there and either got to the free throw line, scored, or got other guys wide open shots. So we got to do a little bit better job containing him than we did that first time. And then we've got to find ways to not go 2, 3, 4 minutes without a bucket. That's what we did there a couple different times in that second half. So I think that but at the end of the day, it's probably going to be a 4-quarter game, and it's just going to come down to who can make some more plays at the end and who can put themselves in position to do the little things better. And I really do feel like this is the best that we've played all year right now. We had that really nice win against Centerville on the road, is a really good team. We a nice win over Kyoto late in the year by double figures, who's another really nice team, and Moravia as well. They're 16, 17 win team as well. So we stacked up some really good wins against some teams that have won a lot of games, and feel like we're offensively we're doing things really well, and defensively we're playing about as well as we have all year too. So that's what you want. I mean, basketball's a funny game. You can. At the end of the day, it comes down to will the ball go in the basket, and some nights, the shots just aren't falling. So you never know, but you do feel like you've put yourself in a good spot, and hopefully we'll have 2 really good days of practice leading up, and I know our kids will be excited and ready for the challenge, because like you said, at this point in the tournament, when you get down to this district semifinal round, there's only good teams left, and then you win this one, and then it's only great teams left after this. So you're gonna have to beat a good team. Montezuma's a very good team. They've won 18 games and so far 19, I think, actually, and we know it'll be a big challenge for us. But that's kind of what you want this time of year, to kind of see what all the hard work you put in all year, if you've done everything that you need to do to put yourself in that spot.
Well, with this win over Seymour, isn't that 18 wins for you?
Yes, that is 18. Yeah,
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good outcome for a season. I don't know any coaches that wouldn't be happy to come in a season knowing they're getting 18 wins, and that's why you guys are so deep, already deep into the playoffs. Well, I don't have any more questions for you. Got anything else you want to put out that we haven't get a chance to talk about?
No, I know. I mean, like I said, yeah. I mean, regardless of what happens on Thursday at Montezuma, it's been a really nice year. The senior group has really done a good job for us, these 4 seniors. And then, like you said, we do have we certainly have a lot of young kids who are talented as well. And it was nice for all of them to get in the tournament game last night to kind of get a taste of that postseason atmosphere and environment. And so we're really pleased with the season that we've had. And I think that's kind of what you do kind of feel pressure this time of year, because you just want to keep playing with this group because they've been so fun to work with, and you just want to get as many practices and as many games as you can. And unfortunately, half the teams in the state lost last night, and half of them will lose again Thursday night, and then the next half will lose again on Tuesday. And it ends eventually for all the teams, but you just want to get as many as you can, and this group has earned it, and we'll certainly give it our best on Thursday night.
All right. Well, thanks for taking some time with us. Congratulations on an outstanding season and an outstanding playoff win, and good luck in the next one.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Dave.